Hello my lovelies, welcome to a brand new video. So today I thought I would turn the camera on as I'm just about to get ready. I thought I'd do a little get ready with me. To be honest, I literally barely wear makeup unless I'm doing a bit of filming for you guys or I'm going somewhere special for the day. But today I thought I'd put a little bit of makeup on with you guys and talk to you about my weight loss journey so far. I've had so many questions around my recent weight loss. I mean, it's not recent, it's taken me a while to lose this weight that I have lost, and so many of you want to know more about it, just to know how I'm getting on, how I'm actually doing it, as there are some people that don't know how I'm doing it. I have done I think 2 previous videos on why I wanted to lose weight and how I was doing it and stuff like that, and there was a bit of an update a few months ago, but I haven't spoken about it recently just because there's so many different reasons why, but we'll get into that. So if you want to learn more about my weight loss journey so far, then continue watching. So before we get into this video, I just want to start by saying hello and welcome if you are new here. My name is Jodie. Over on this channel, I do everything to do with plus size fashion, beauty and lifestyle. I am also a mum. I'm nearly 42 years old. I have 2 teenage sons and I do lifestyle content here as well. I live with chronic illness. I have a few chronic pain conditions. I also have a neurology, something to do with my brain. I have a chronic condition around my sort of brain. So I live with chronic illness, and I honestly have really gone through it the last few years, and I've just got to a point where I want to start just living my best life. I've seen too many people not make it at my age and younger and older, and I just feel like it's time in my life to just really love myself for who I am, accept the cards I've been dealt, and try and live the best life that I can. And I want to do that and also inspire you lovely ladies to try and do that as well. We only get one chance in this world, and it's so important that we, you know, love ourselves for who we are and what we look like, no matter, you know, where we are in our life. We have to love ourselves through every season, regardless of, you know, the issues that we may deal with day to day. It's just important to get up every morning and just try and see the best out of the day, as to basically dwelling on the hardships that we have. And oh my, do I have some hardships. But I guess doing YouTube has really made a difference to my life. It's an outlet for me, and I just love making videos and being able to inspire you lovely ladies to not only just feel good in yourself, but to also try new fashion. I absolutely love plus size fashion, and that is what my main sort of the main thing on this channel is stepping out your comfort zone and trying new colours, trying new styles, and dressing yourself up and doing some self-care and just making yourself feel good in yourself, because it makes so much of a difference in your life. It definitely makes a difference in my life. I've seen the impact that it's had in my life, so I want to spread that with you lovely ladies. So that's what I do over here. If that sounds like a channel you would love to be part of and watch, I would absolutely love it if you would press that subscribe button and become part of my YouTube family. And also, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and do comment down below. I love speaking to you all. I love, honestly, getting to know all of you individually, and there's so many of you that I feel like I know personally, because you always comment, and it's just like a beautiful lovely community that I have here. So thank you so much for everyone who is already here and part of my YouTube family. So today, like I said, I'm going to be talking about my weight loss journey so far. And I've had so many views just asking so many questions. I was like, right, we've got to do a video on it. I know I've been really bad with keeping you updated on my progress. I don't know. I don't know. I've just been really sort of easy flowing with myself and just not taking anything too, I mean, I've been taking it seriously, but I felt like when I've tried to lose weight previously, especially being sort of on YouTube and talking about it, I have lost weight. You guys, if you watch my videos from the beginning, if you've been here from the beginning, you will see that my weight has gone up and down. Well, I think when I started YouTube, I started at, I think, a size 20, like, so at around this size that I am, and I've gone all the way up to like a size 26, and then I've gone back down again, and then I've gone up again. So my weight has gone up and down, and sometimes I feel like when I share a lot here, sometimes I feel like it adds extra pressure onto me, and this time I really wanted to really succeed, and I had something in mind while I was doing this, so I haven't spoken about it that much because I just wanted it to be something that was internally something that I was just trying to do for myself. And obviously you guys, I'm sharing it with you guys can see that I've lost weight, and whenever you ask me questions down in the comments, I always reply to you, but I haven't really made as many videos as maybe you guys would like me to, or maybe I would like to as well. But yeah, I just didn't want that extra pressure. But today I am going to answer some questions that you guys have been really like asking a lot, so it's better to just kind of make a video and answer it here than to keep typing and answering all of you individually in the comments. So we're going to do that. We're going to do some makeup as well. Okay, let's start with some makeup. So I'm going to talk you through the makeup that I'm using as well as trying to answer questions. So let's see if I can multitask like that. I've tried to do this a couple of times and it don't always work. This is a new no filter Poreless base smoothing primer that I got from El Maquillage. I see it all over TikTok and Instagram, and I was like, do you know what, I'm going to give it a go. I actually picked it up for my wedding because I'd seen so many like good reviews on it. It's amazing. It is pricey. I think it was about 40 something pounds. It's quite big, but it's so nice. So I will link I'll try and link what I use down below. I just literally just spread this all over my face, mainly like around my nose area, in my T-zones, like where I get oily, but I pretty much put it everywhere. It's really nice. It's not tacky, it just makes my face feel really nice and smooth. By the way, I am not a makeup artist, and I probably do so many things wrong that like proper makeup artists, people be like, oh my god, you're doing it wrong. But I just do what works for me. Sometimes I do it and it don't work, and then I think, right, don't do that again, Jodie. So yeah, so anyways, I popped that all over my face as a primer. So I'm meant to be multitasking and this is really hard. Right, let's put some concealer on while I'm talking to you. So yeah, I was meant to have done, I'm going to get my concealer out that I'm going to use today. Actually, I feel like I've got some really expensive kind of concealers that I would like to use. Like I like to use this New Saint Laurent one, and I've also got, is this an Hourglass one? No, this is a Vive one, which is quite nice as well. This one is a little bit light, so I use this when I'm going out or whatever, but I also have this Primark one, which is a really good colour match. So I'm going to use a combination of these three. Anyway, so let's go with this concealer, which is the, this is the Primark one. And I'm not quite sure what colour this is, but I'll pop it on the screen. So I'm just going to put a little bit under my eyes here. I'm going to go in with a little bit of this concealer, which is a little bit lighter. Just pop it in my corners there, which is this one, and then I will go in with a tiny bit of this darker one because I have got a bit of a tan and I don't want my under eyes to look too light, so I just give this a little dot here and a little bit here because I don't want to look too light. And then last year I decided to go with taking the Manjaro injection. I was so scared to do it, but I'm so glad that I took the chance and I have done it. So that is how I am losing weight. I'm going in with some Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. I just like to moist this a little bit, and then I'm going to use my beauty blender because this is the best blender. I do need to wash it. Even when I wash it, it doesn't go back to its original colour. I do need to get a bit another one. This is like a really big blender, but I just literally just push this into my skin, just the places where I put the concealer. I don't know how I'm going to put this makeup on and talk to you about losing weight. So anyways, I basically started taking the Manjaro GP, how do you say it? GLP1, I think that's called. So yeah, I decided to take that, and I started taking it last year. If you want to know more about like my first few months of taking that, I will link the video down below so you can go and watch that, because obviously I don't want this video to be too long, and I know I'm a bit of a chatterbox and I'll probably go off topic. So I'm just going to say that I am losing this weight by using the weight loss injection. And I'm really happy that I did take the chance to do that. Like I did, I feel like it has been a saviour, to be honest, because it has really helped me with obviously losing the weight, and just that food noise. Like, it takes away that food noise that has always affected me throughout my whole life. Just eating when I'm not always hungry. And so yeah, I mean, on top of that, I had to do a lot of like research into how to take the injection and to still lose weight healthily, and to look after myself in terms of make sure that I'm getting the right supplements into my body, make sure that I'm hydrated, and just make sure that I'm losing weight healthily. So at first, when I first started taking the injection, I didn't do that. I just took the injection thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to take it and hopefully this is going to help me lose weight. And the first few months, that wasn't the case. I started taking it. It did take away the food noise, but I wasn't eating as healthy when I was taking it. I was just eating less of what I would normally eat, but I wasn't really like looking at the food that I was eating and making sure that I was making the right choices. So I definitely think that like throughout my time, the first few months, I didn't start off on the right foot, and that is something that I did speak about in my other video. So yeah, do check that out. So far I have lost 5 or just over 5 stone, I'd say. So I had to lose, the doctor said that I had to lose, well, they didn't say how much I had to lose, but they said I needed my BMI to be less than 40. When I started, my BMI was about 46, or just above 46. And so I decided that I would start weighing myself every week at Boots. So I didn't want to weigh myself on my home scales. I would not weigh myself on my home scales. I would wait every week or every 2 weeks, and then I would go and weigh myself at Boots, because I felt like my scales at home would tell me I'm one way, and then the next time it would tell me a different way, and it was really discouraging and really annoying, and my scales were just not the best. So I was just like, right, I'm not going to weigh myself at home. I'm just going to make a point of going and weighing myself every 1 or 2 weeks on the same day at Boots. So that's what I've done throughout this weight loss journey. I'm going to go in with my bronzer, which I use for my cheeks, but I'm going to put a little bit on my eyelids, because my eyelids are rather quite sort of shiny, and they get a little bit oily. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of this. Should I go in with this? No, actually, I'm not going to go with this. I'm going to go in with my Tarte palette, which is really quite nice, actually. This is the colours that are in it, but I'm going to go in with this neutral colour here, just to kind of mattify my eyelids. So I literally just got a fluffy brush, and I just want to go over my eyelids like this, just to give them a tiny bit of colour and just to mattify them a little bit. I've got a mirror down here, so I'll look down here so I can see what I'm doing. So the doctor said that I needed to get my BMI below 40. When I started this weight loss journey, my BMI was around 46, 47. And now my BMI is at 37. So I'm really, 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 really happy about that. I will say that when I got to below 40, I stopped weighing myself. Like I stopped going to Boots. And I never went to Boots. I never went to Boots for weeks and weeks. And then the other week, I think about 2 weeks ago, my husband said to me, what do you weigh now? Are you still where you should be? And I was like, oh yeah. I was like, well, I don't think I've put any weight on. And he was like, but when was the last time you weighed yourself? Because we have the appointment with the surgeon soon. And like, I hope that you're still where you need to be. And I said, do I look like I put weight on? He said, well, no, but just to be sure, like maybe you should go and weigh yourself. So the other week I did go and weigh myself, and I was smaller again, and I was so surprised to see that, because I don't know, it's surprising when you see the weight going down. But because the whole reason why I was losing weight was because I really, really need this knee surgery, and that was the main reason. I have got to a stage in my life, and this is why I decided to do YouTube, because I'd got to a stage where I stopped beating myself up for being a big girl and being, overweight, and just started to, accept myself and just love myself for who I am, and love myself through each stage, whether I lose weight or gain weight. I really am very comfortable in my skin, and I love myself for who I am and what I look like. So me losing weight really hasn't impacted me or hasn't made a difference to my confidence, because I feel like I did all that work beforehand, before I started losing the weight for this. Don't get me wrong, like it has been amazing, like trying on clothes and actually being able to buy more clothes. Like I'm being able to now buy clothes that are in like the straight size. The straight size in some shops go up to a size 20. And so it's been nice to actually have the option of being able to buy clothes in sort of areas that I weren't able to buy from before. But yeah, I just kind of accepted and love myself regardless of my size. So it hasn't really made a difference in that sense. Another question. So it says, how long has it been? How long have I been losing weight for? So like I said, I started losing weight around like last November, and yeah, we're in May now. So I started seriously losing weight around last November, I think it was. That's when I first started taking the weight loss injection. I am actually now, this is my first week of taking 15 milligrams. So I started at 2.5 and I worked my way up. I will say that I only started properly losing weight when I got to about 7 mg. That's not the case for everybody. Like some people I know that are, bigger, that started at a heavy weight and are still on 2.5 and they're managing to lose weight. But for me, it wasn't the case. I started to lose weight and started to see a difference when I got to like 7 mg, 10 mg. I really didn't want to take the 15. Like I really wanted to wait my hardest before I went on to the highest dose, because I actually am now on the highest dose. But yeah, last month, I really started to notice that I need a higher dose. So I ordered the higher dose and I'm on my first week of the higher dose. So what is another question? How did you feel overall mentally? So overall, mentally, I'm going to set my face a little bit, get some shine off my face with my Laura Mercier setting powder. So just tip a little bit into the lid like this, and then I'm going to get my sponge and I'm just going to kind of mattify this area here. So again, like this is one of the questions that you'd have to go back and watch my previous videos on my weight loss, because I'll say that I had a bit of a wobble. At first, but now I feel totally fine, and I definitely think that maybe I feel good as well because of like where I'm at in my life as well. Like I've just got married, so I am on cloud 9. I am in a bit of a love bubble. I mean, I've been with my partner for a long time, but we just got married, so we are in a bit of a love bubble. So mentally I am in a really good place, and so I feel okay in terms of the medication, because I did feel that it was affecting my mental status at one point. But I feel good at the moment. I feel like it's really important. I'm gonna just put some setting spray on again. I do this quite a bit throughout my makeup, and I think it makes a big difference with me having oily skin. Just going to fan myself a little bit. So definitely feel like it makes a difference to, I don't know how everybody's felt on the Manjaro, but I definitely think that in one stage it did make me feel, I did get a little bit of I had a bit of a wobble kind of mentally. But I think that if you're not feeling good in yourself, then that makes a difference. So it's really important to make sure that you are fully like hydrating yourself, make sure that you are, you know, taking electrolytes, drinking loads of water, because when I wasn't doing that the first few months, I think maybe that's why it was affecting me mentally, because I wasn't feeling good in myself, and I already have sort of chronic illness anyway that gives me so many side effects in terms of feeling fatigue and feeling you know, sometimes mentally unwell because of my pain and all of that. So adding the injection onto that, I think that it was kind of doing all of this inside of me. But when I started working out, making sure that I was taking care of myself, taking vitamins, so I make sure that I take all the vitamins I need. I take multivitamins, I take magnesium, I take turmeric for my chronic illness, I take evening primrose for women stuff to make sure that I am, you know, looking after myself there as well, like hormonally. I think that all of that, as well as keeping myself fully hydrated and stuff like that, is making such a difference. So I definitely think if you are thinking about taking the Manjaro, please research like what things you need to do on top of taking the Manjaro to make sure that you're doing it as healthily as you can. So yeah, physically, obviously losing 5 stone, you would think that maybe the pain would be less on my knees. I personally haven't experienced that. I really was hoping that that would be the case, that because I'm lighter on my knees that I wouldn't have as much pain in my knees. But my knee condition isn't weight related. However, the doctors refused to do my surgery because they said that the recovery at being at the size and the weight that I was not gonna, it wasn't gonna be a good recovery, and it wasn't gonna have the best, I wasn't gonna have the best results that I could have if I lost the weight. So that is why I had to lose the weight. But there's nothing under my conditions that is saying that, oh, it's because of my weight. So I did personally think that when I lost weight that I would, you know, not have as such severe pain in my knees. But yeah, unfortunately that hasn't been the case. I'm going to go in with this bronzing face frosting, which is from where's this from? This is, I can't remember what, Beauty Crop, or I don't know, if I can't remember where this is from, but it's really good. It's really, really nice. I think the only other side effect that I get, which I still get, is I was gonna put some foundation on, but I don't really wear foundation, so I'm not going to do it. But I will say that this foundation that I got from H Beauty is Givenchy. I don't know if I'm saying that right, and it's 5W345, I think the number is, the shade. It is so nice. It's a beautiful lightweight or medium to lightweight foundation, and yeah, it's beautiful. But I'm not going to put it on today because I don't really wear foundation, guys, and I literally came here to do this video to really talk to you about like my weight loss and do my makeup at the same time. But like you can see, I'm very crap at multitasking, like doing makeup and talking. So yeah, yeah, the only other side effect that I will say that I still get is, oh god, I think I'm like doing too much here. The only other side effect that I think that I would say that I still get is feeling a little bit sick sometimes. Just feeling a bit sick and getting headaches sometimes. But I think maybe that's because I am not fully making sure that I'm completely hydrated on some days, because sometimes it's hard to get the fluid down you, because I'm going to use this brush to kind of blend that in before I put powder on. So yeah, I think they're the only side effects that I still get sometimes. I don't like when I get a line here, but I just like my cheeks to look a little bit more sort of bronzed. So yeah. What other question? Am I still losing weight? So I am. Yes, I'm still on the Manjaro. As I said, I'm on 15 mg, and I don't know, like, people are like, what are you going to do when you get to your goal weight? I don't actually have a goal weight. I feel really comfortable where I'm at the moment, and because I know that I've reached the goal to where I needed to get to have my weight loss surgery, I'm kind of like, okay. I will say another thing that has really affected me is that the saggy skin is sagging. My boobs, guys, when I take my bra off, I don't even want to talk about it, but it is like, I don't like it, and I feel that if I lose any more weight, it's going to be an issue. It's going to be an issue. And also my husband, he's like, don't lose any more weight. Like, I want the meat. So, and I honestly don't want to be skinny. I that was not my thing. So I just obviously feel that, because everyone's like, oh, you're going to disappear soon, and I'm like, I will not, and I will not, because it's not what I want. I like being a plus size girl. I like being a bit curvy. This is who I am. This is my identity. And I know some people probably be like, oh, but it's your health. I mean, I don't have any health conditions that is to do with my weight, and I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have any sort of like conditions that are like weight related. So I feel that I'm pretty much healthy in that way. It's just obviously I have other chronic illnesses that can happen to anybody any size. So yeah, I'm going to go with this beauty blender again and just blend in this blusher that I just put on, and I just put on it's P. Louise, and it is the cheek of it. I really like this, and it's in the colour Oh So Spice, which is really nice. It's kind of just like a really kind of natural kind of pinky colour. So I would say like the biggest changes that I have made, which I think that has made such a difference to my weight loss, I have really researched about raising insulin levels. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, isn't that to do with diabetes and stuff like that? But I mean, it's in everybody's body that every time we put something in our mouth, we eat, it raises our insulin levels. Whatever we eat, it breaks down into sugars, and then our body starts like storing fat and stuff like that. And I think such a big thing that has made such a big difference to my weight loss, because I have noticed that I'm not as strict with my eating anymore, in the sense that I will eat more carbs than I was at the beginning or in the middle. But I eat good carbs. I eat stuff like sweet potato. I do eat rice because I can't stop eating rice. And I don't want to live a life where I am literally just not being able to eat things that I enjoy eating. So I cook all the time with olive oil, so good sort of olive oil. I eat things that are, that have good fats in, healthy fats. So I don't cut out fats completely. And I think that something that's made a difference is not always picking on food all the time. So every time before, when I would be going through the day, I would be picking at things all the time throughout the day, not eat till really late, and then I'd eat loads in the evening. So I don't eat loads in the evening anymore. If I am hungry, I will eat something, but I don't overindulge in the evening. I don't pick constantly throughout the day, which is really good because this Manjaro helps with that. It stops the food noise. So I eat when I'm hungry, and I don't drink any sort of fizzy drinks, diluted drinks, or anything like that anymore. Every time you drink a diluted drink, every time you drink a fizzy drink, it raises your insulin levels, which then starts making your body think that it starts doing its thing. You have to look into it, because I'm not very good at kind of like verbalizing what I've learned, but I just know now that every time I drink a fizzy drink, every time I drink diluted drink, it starts raising my insulin levels, which then starts turning things into fat, which starts storing fat onto my body. And I think that has made such a difference. I just drink water now. I drink tea and coffee every now and then, but I just drink water, and I think that has made a major impact. And I think if you just do that, if you just make that change, I honestly think that will make a difference. It has made a major difference in my life. And yeah, like I want to, some people like, can you do what you eat in a day? But every day is different for me, and I don't know. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to see. I'm gonna go in with let's go in with some of this over the top of my creamy concealer. I'm going to go in with this brush, just like a fluffy brush, and I'm literally just going to go in like this and around here. Like I said, I am not a makeup artist, and I'll just go with what I think works for me. So yeah, this is what I do. So yeah, I don't really want to do a what I eat in a day, because I just eat all different things. I don't stick to a certain kind of diet anymore. I just eat when I'm hungry, and I just don't constantly pick on stuff. And I do try and eat high protein, low carbs or good carbs. So I just kind of do the healthy thing that you're meant to do. And the injection just helps me be able to quieten that food noise in my head. And yeah, I'm just really, really happy. So I think that's it. I think I've answered all the questions that you guys were wanting to know. Let's go in with a little bit of this nude stick, and I really love this colour here. I have got this colour as well, which is quite nice. I don't know what happened there. Actually, let's use this one on top. And I'm actually going to use the same brush, guys, because this is what I do. I get lazy. It has got a bit of the bronzer on, but when I rub this on, it will go over. I'm so lazy when it comes to makeup. This is all I do, really. Shall we put a bit of mascara on the bottom lashes? We will put a slightly bit of mascara on the bottom lashes. So I don't really fill my eyebrows in anymore, because I just like them to look a bit more lighter, and they are like fading now. I got my eyebrows done quite a few years ago, and they are still going strong, but there are a few little gaps there that I'm just gonna basically just with this little this is from the pound shop. It's really old, it's brown, and I literally just use it just to fill in just a slight bit, just like that. That's good enough for me. And then I think that's it. I feel like I will kind of like set my face just a little bit more, like just put a bit more powder around my nose area, because that is like here, this is where it really gets oily, and around here again. And I don't put that much powder under my eyes either, because when I put too much powder under it, I notice that it creases, and I really don't like that. Put a little bit on my chin, and then I will go in with my Charlotte Tilbury again, just quite a bit. And then I've got this Iconic London, which is a bit of glow. So if you will see that, I'm going to use my fan again just to fan this. This will kind of map me down, but this little spray gives me a little bit of a glow. And I had to get used to it at first, because I get oily skin. I used to feel like I can't have a glow because it's just going to make me look too oily. It's not going to look nice. I started to get used to having a little bit of glow. I think it looks quite nice. So I just do 2 sprays. Well, I'm going to do 3 actually. And it will just give me a bit of a glow, like so. And I have so many lipsticks, but I just end up always putting a gloss on. And we're going to go with my Clarins gloss here, which I absolutely love. Like, look at the tea of this. I love just the shape of this, so nice. And I'm just going to pop that on my lips like that. So nice. This is chocolate, this colour. Again, it is a bit of a pricey lip gloss. It's like, I went to get the Fenty lip balm, and the guy on the Clarins was like, "Can I let you try our lip oil?" And he let me try it, and then I loved it. So lovelies, I think I managed to answer all the questions that I had written down in front of me. Honestly, I'm just such a chatterbox, and yeah, I'll have to watch this back and hopefully edit it and make sure that all the questions that you guys answered are all sort of covered in that mesh of a conversation there. I literally cannot do makeup and talk at the same time. I've tried it before, it didn't work, and yeah, I don't know how this has turned out, but hopefully yeah, you guys have got a bit of an insight to my weight loss, and hopefully next time maybe I'll just do a actual just talking to you without doing makeup, because I feel like, I don't know, we'll see when I edit this back. But anyways, thank you for watching. If you have any other questions, do leave them down in the comments and I'll see if I can answer those for you. And yeah, if you are on a weight loss journey, I hope it's going well. And yeah, if you want to ask me anything, please do. I'm not an expert. I'm just going through my own motions and going through my own little weight loss journey to get to where I need to go. And obviously I've experienced a few different things, but still learning as I'm going. So yeah, we can learn from each other. So do let me know how your journey's going, and if you are starting a journey, let me know as well. And if there's any concerns or anything you need to know, or if you want to ask me anything, then do leave it down in the comments. Again, thank you for watching. I always love spending time with you. I hope you're all keeping well and looking after yourself, and I'll see you all in my next video very, very soon. Take care and God bless, guys. Mwah. Bye, guys.